a really good tool to have for recovery is one of these. So it's a Duoball, like a peanut kind of thing, and it's really good to use for massage and myofascial release. So a really good one to use here for them is actually getting into the side of the hips, because often with back pain and a few things like that, it's actually around the area around the glutes, and then also coming around to the front here. That's kind of getting towards, sort of your hip flexor region. You can actually, get the ball either side of the femur and the hip joint there, and you can actually do a bit of rolling, and often that area can be super tight and also a little bit tender. And so by doing a bit of rolling like this, whether it's going further forward over the ball or getting more into the glute area, over time you can actually sort of relieve a little bit of pain, and that gets will help ease any tightness that can be occurring into your lower back. From a lot of driving, accelerating, the right side can take a bit of a hammering, and it's usually, if you're right-handed, probably more your dominant side and can be a little bit tighter naturally. So by rolling into the glute, doing say a figure 4 pose into the glute can really help ease that off. So you can do a little bit of, say, trigger point release work there, and that's when we put a little bit more time, say, sitting on the point, and then slowly kind of easing that arm off. Think of, like the muscle kind of like butter or chewing gum. I like to say chewing gum because as you start to, move it around, it kind of gets a little bit more elasticity in it, and like the butter term, kind of like sort of bouncing over the ball. And then what will happen is naturally your little sensors will start to switch off and will desensitize, and so it makes it a hell of a lot easier as well for you. So we can also use this into the lower spine. So if I come, say, in the lower part of the lumbar spine there, I can lie on it. We can do a little bit of rolling back and forward. If that's too intense, we can start with our hands and doing that rolling motion. And then if we want to start incorporating a little bit more mobility work now, think of sinking the hips down over the ball. And then from there, think of tucking the tailbone under you and then pushing the hips towards the ceiling. So think of sinking over the ball, and then pushing the hips up. And then we can go, vertebrae by vertebrae up. So sinking over, hold that, and then pushing the hips up, down, and pushing the hips up. And then we can do that for each vertebrae, and we can kind of get towards your thoracic spine, which will be a little bit harder to do. It kind of might feel like it's sort of taking your breath away, but we can still apply the same principle there, sinking the body over it, and then pushing the hips up. From here, we can also use it between the shoulders. So, place it between the shoulder blades there, kind of give myself a bit of a hug. We can do a bit of rolling there, and that can be a pretty sore area to roll, particularly if you do any sports where there's a lot of internal rotation or over arm kind of stuff, say swimming, bowling, cricket, surfing, those kind of things can be pretty overused area. So that's where the ball can come in super handy to massage between that area and elevate a bit of pain there. And we can also get in towards your rhomboids and your traps, and we can incorporate a bit of mobility for the shoulders as well. So get stuck in towards the traps there. I can have my arms behind me and do a bit of this type of thing. It can help sort of ease a bit of pain, and then start getting a little bit more mobility into the shoulder area as well. So super useful little drills there. And then finally, a really good one to get into the shoulder area. Actually, we get sort of towards the armpit, and then get just in behind where the lats are here. And if I'm rolling there, that's usually a pretty sensitive spot. And often, again, from different sports of internal rotation and throwing and that sort of thing, it gets a little bit overused, and then so we can cause a little bit of discomfort, so this is quite a good area to sort of massage, using the ball again, doing the trigger point sort of work, sinking the body over it, relaxing the area and the tissue, and then that can sort of ease off a bit of pain. You might feel like your arm gets a little bit more range of movement and can become a little bit more pain-free. So there you go.